This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Broadcasting and streaming live all across America. This is HomeTalkUSA with Michael King, where we will discuss topics pertaining to your home with industry-leading experts. Michael King is a licensed general contractor with more than 30 years of experience in home improvements and the author of Contracting with the King. Join us this hour for our segment Invent America with your co-host, the inventor lady, Rita Crompton. Discover what's next in the home improvement industry and explore new products and innovations. Or if you have that next great big idea, learn what it takes to bring your invention to the world. As Michael King and Rita Crompton talk to America's inventors and innovators. Remember, the America of tomorrow is being invented today. We invite you to visit us at HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like HomeTalk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, we proudly present Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country, HomeTalk USA, with your host, the Cajun contractor, Michael King, and his co-host, the inventor lady, Rita Crompton.
All right, welcome, America. That's right. This is the Invent America show with my sidekick and co-host, the inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton, part of the HomeTalk USA radio family. Each week, every week at 4 o'clock Central Time here on the Genesis Communication Radio Network at GCNlive.com is when we kind of like specifically talk about new inventions, new technology, new blueprints to, if you have that next great idea, to give you some exposure. I mean, why wait? Why wait till the product is already being developed when we can discuss the product and the technology, why it's being developed, not already developed, if that makes sense. And to talk about that, I'd like to bring in my co-host, my sidekick. They call her the inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. Rita, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Well, I tell you what, I love our little talks on the week, and it's getting close for the ADA show coming up?
Yeah, ASD Market Week will be. We leave in 2 weeks to go to the show, and so we have just been adding inventors. If you're out there and you want to go, if you can't go and you want your product to go, we're taking a bunch of products where I have staff that represents them, and so it's so important to have eyes on products and the touch and the feel and the trying it. And we've got one inventor who's going, and she's like, I don't have the best prototype, but she needs feedback. She needs to know whether or not she should go after, or if somebody's got a really cool idea to improve it, and she wants to know, and that's what we do.
Wow. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited, and it's a new show for us and new show for me, and we just ran across this show, so we'll see what happens. But, Rita, a lot going on, but one of the main concerns that I've always heard over the years, which I can remember, I want to say 20 years ago when I first started this show, when there was a mass exodus of companies going to China. Mm-hmm. And I said to myself then, what are you guys doing? Because China does not play on our same rules.
No.
Copyright infringement. They steal technology. And I say, what's going to happen? These stupid CEOs, and yes, I'm calling you stupid if you're out there, because you are stupid. And a lot of you already bankrupt your companies because they already stole your technology. But you guys went over to China and gave them the technology. Just gave it to them. A communist country gave it to them. And I knew that's going to be a problem. Well, now you have all these knockoffs all over the place. And by saying that opens up this topic that we're going to talk about. The fear of someone copying your product. Well, that was one fear right there.
There it is, and it's a big one. All right, so what do you do? I mean, do you just always keep your product, hidden under your basket, or do you show it off and get out there? And so there's certain things inventors can do, all right, that will, minimize this, or at least give them a fighting chance. And so those are the things that we're going to talk about today. And we had a product. Now, I know we've had Michael Miller on several times. He's not our industry expert today, although he certainly could have been. We licensed a product to him through Danco that was going to be on all the Home Depot store shelves. And before the ink was even dry on the contract, another major big box store had knocked it off. And it was the licensee that went after him and shut him down.
Yeah.
And got the product pulled. So for inventors that say, oh, I just want to grow organically and do it. Well,
no.
Then they're going to eat you, basically.
That's right. Yep.
And so what we look at is, a licensee, they're going to fight that battle, and they normally have much deeper pockets than you do. But now that's why intellectual property is so important. And one of the things that we frequently recommend, and we have on our show before, is, when possible, file that PCT, because we've had products, and it was one of the other products that we had done a long time ago. The company called, and the first gentleman was having them manufactured in China, all right, and she had filed a PCT, so she had filed in China. And when we moved that product over to the licensee, to a new company that was making them in China, the old company actually called and said, hey, there's another company making this. Is that okay? And we said, yes, we've licensed it, so we moved it over. But when you file in China, they will enforce it in China. When you file in the U.S., they will not enforce it in China. So you've got to be really strategic in what you're thinking about as far as licensing and who's going to fight that battle.
Well, that's what I always said, at the end of the day. I can remember, though, Rita, and I need to tell you, and that's why we started Made with the USA, Made in America, because, a lot of jobs were lost and factories are closing down. And you can see now, people are starting to come back. But at the end of the day, what happened is that when we were doing the trade shows, I can remember having the China guests that of the exhibitors. And, and it's an international building show. It's international, I understand. But at the end of the day, I would not allow any cameras or pictures being taken with my clients or my technologies, because that's what they were doing. They were coming in with cameras, just taking pictures.
Yep.
I know. Why would this to happen? What do you think they're doing? They're going back to steal it.
We actually have somebody we call our bouncer that goes to the show with us, and if you notice something like that, we've got a code word that gets the bouncer over there to take care of things that we see going on that shouldn't be. But yeah, you've got to watch it, and I'll get inventors that say, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to expose myself. Well, you've got to say, all right, well, you want to get your product out there, so at a certain point you pull on your big boy pants and you get out there. The thing is that, yes, if you only file in the U.S., anybody can copy it and make it and sell it all over the world.
That's right.
The only place it's protected is in the U.S. Now, if you've got somebody that knows what they're doing, you can get it stopped at customs before it comes in.
Yep.
That's a fight. But our industry expert had a really interesting strategy, and I'm not going to take his thunder, but he did fight it, and he did do a really good job of fighting.
Rita, there's the music. We got to step away. We've got to take a short break. This is the Invent America Show here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network, streaming live on the Genesis Communication Radio Network, which is our network. We're going to come back with some guests, some topics, some inventors. Me and Rita will be right back, so don't go anywhere. Yay! Y'all come back now, you hear?
USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor Lady, Rita Crompton.
All right, welcome back. That's right. This is the Invent America show of the Home Talk USA radio family. Rita, who's our first guest?
Our first guest today is Jenny Salimi. She is a Colorado native, always had a flair for fashion and passion for innovation. I love the way those work together, Jenny. Thank you so much for being on with us today.
Oh, yes. Thank you for having me.
Now, while I think all of our guy listeners probably won't be running out and buying this product, for every woman in their life, they should buy at least 2 sets because the women in their life are going to appreciate this more than flowers or chocolates. I am not kidding. We've all had this problem. All of the women, have had this problem. Jenny, tell us about the Brazzle.
Yes, I'd love to. Thank you, Rita. So I basically invented the Brazzle for myself because I was always trying to wear those cute thin strapped dresses and tank tops, but then I would, for some reason, not find the perfect bra to match with it, and I'd have peeping bra straps, which is so tacky.
I know.
And as a fuller-chested woman, I have to have that support of a bra, right? So I turned to this strapless bra, and as any woman knows, those are so uncomfortable, and guess what? They're going to end up around your waist anyway. So
I was going to say, they cover your belly button really, really well, but,
Oh, my gosh, yeah. And then the next best thing is I would try to find these cute outfits that had the built-in bra, but that would give you this weird uniboob effect, so that's not an option either. And then last resort that I could find were those clear straps. Have you seen them? They clip into your bra. They're clear straps, but yeah, they did work for a minute. Towards the end of the day, though, the oils of your skin would make it so murky, so it just looks gross.
Well, and I'm sure that, all of the guys are out there laughing like crazy at us, but if they've got a woman in their life, mother, wife, girlfriend, daughter, you've heard it, you've seen it, you've said, oh, wow, can we not do better? And so, gentlemen, you need to go out and get your wives and the women in your lives, the wives and the women in your lives, the Brazzle. So it's www.thebrazzle.com. You will know exactly when you see the website what this does. So, Jenny, thanks so much for being with us today. You've been out there for a little bit now. You've been making sales. How do you deal with the possibility of infringement?
Well, right now I have a provisional patent, but the sad truth is I can't really stop infringers until that non-provisional is issued, which I think is normally about 3 years after filing for that non-provisional.
Yes.
So once that happens, since they're kind of expensive internationally or just in general, I'll carefully pick which countries I enter into. But for now, I'm first to market. I'm just trying to create buzz and get some traction and pray nobody knocks me off quite yet.
Well, and that's a very good point, is that you can't go after an infringer until after the patent is issued. That's absolutely true. But you can go back to them from the time that you found it, which is also true. And you can't hide it forever. I get inventors that say, well, I can't do anything until my patent issues. Well, a good licensee, and certainly the marketplace, doesn't want to wait because you give time for other products to enter the market that would be then first to market, just like you said. So you've got to get out there, Yes,
exactly. I'm trying not to let fear hold me back, and I'm just going full force.
That's what you do. So, Jenny, where do you want to be in 5 years?
I would love to be a household name. I'd love to be in the big box retailers. Right now I offer 4 different colors, but sky's the limit. I would love to have tons of colors out there. It's perfect for really any retailer who has women's apparel or accessories. It's a great impulse buy. I see myself, and if you picture going to like the Broncos game, for instance, Rita, you still live here in Colorado, having blue or orange Brazzles at big sporting events, or colleges and their sororities having the school colors. Again, I'm in Colorado, so the school colors are gold and black. And how fun would it be to have the girls wearing their cute little tank tops to the football games, not being tacky and still wearing those thin strap tank tops, but sporting the school colors. But then there's also nonprofits like breast cancer awareness. There's the pink. So you're supporting a cause, plus you're also being fashionable as well. So I would love to be all over the place.
I'm looking forward to having you at ASD Market Week with us, because that is a big fashion show area. So, they've got everything there. It's amazing. We laugh and say, they've got everything from diapers to diamonds, because we do have a diaper product. We don't have any diamond products, but we do have a couple of diaper products that are going with us. And everything from, how to retarp, using a tarp to secure a roof line after a storm, and new tools, to the pet products and the fashion products. So we're real excited to have you along with us. And you'll be able, then there is actually a whole floor dedicated to fashion, and you will be able to take as an exhibitor your product over and show it and gather interest.
Oh, I can't wait. I am going to be working it hard.
So we are just looking forward to having you so much. And, for some of our inventors out there that, I hear it on a regular basis, I can't do this unless I get a non-disclosure. Well, once you are patent pending, you should not have to go after a non-disclosure anymore.
Oh, that's good to know.
And that's, a big thing, because people need to go to these shows, and they can't get everybody who walks by to sign a non-disclosure. That's kind of silly, right? Chasing paper. So you've got to trust, the attorney that did the work for you, that you will be able to enforce it when need be, and that you're able to get it out there. And, there's two things that will cause someone to rip you off that have nothing to do with the patent. You're making it a price too high, or you're not able to fill your orders. And so as long as you are first to market and you're able to fill your orders, and you've got a sweet spot on the pricing, you're in pretty good spot.
Yeah. I think I'm in a good place then. I've worked both those angles, and I have a great manufacturing company that I've built a good relationship with. So I think I got my bases covered.
That's great. I can't wait to meet you. Thank you so much for being with us today. And again, that is www.thebrazzle.com. And check us out on Invent-America, and we will have the website listed for you. Jenny, thanks so much, and have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
So we are off to pay some bills, everybody. Stick with us, because we have got the inventor of the ice grill brush, who is also going to ASD Market Week with us, and he's going to talk about some of his experiences. So stick with us.